everyone, Alan Schimmel, DevOps.com, DevOps TV. Excuse me. And I'm here live at the DevOps Enterprise Summit in San Francisco 2017, and joined by another DUS speaker, Scott Nasello of Columbia Sportswear. Scott, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you. I didn't mess up your name or anything, did
No.
I? So Scott and I were talking off camera, and I said, so what'd you talk about, Scotty? And, you know, the title of Scott's talk was, well, why don't you tell him the title, Scott?
Using DevOps to build your learning organization.
Which sounds all fine and dandy, but really what Scott tells me he spoke about was how they did DevOps at Columbia without really having sort of a DevOps team or a DevOps plan.
That's right.
Or that, you know, is a little bit, maybe a little bit less formalized.
Right.
But successful nonetheless.
Well, we're excited about our experiment so far. We took 20 engineers that largely had legacy responsibilities, server engineers and storage engineers, et cetera, and we asked them to do some new behaviors. So when we had new work that we were going to do anyway, such as provisioning servers, we tried to do it in a different way. And we tried to do it in a different way, and along the way we learned quite a bit. And we have other examples that we did as well.
So why don't you share with our audience, what are some of the things you've learned?
I have learned that, you know, we all should have spent a lot more time in college on psychology classes and
all those pesky liberal arts classes?
Yes,
or?
It turns out the technology is a lot easier than people, but
yes,
it's been a great scenario for us because we've been able to see engineers grow, and we've been able to see them in the arc of growth. As people, yes. And because we went from a largely we're going to buy all of our technology to now we're building some of it, there's a lot more things to disagree about.
Yeah.
Hence, we need to be a lot better at conflict management, speaking to each other, empathy, etc.
So I want to repeat your quote, though, because I'm going to steal it from you if you don't mind, and that is that it's a lot harder with people than technology.
Technology is a lot easier than people.
Technology is a lot easier than people.
Yeah.
What a great...
I did not make that up. Well, you'll have to look at who said that first. I just stole it.
Who do you know who stole it?
I don't know.
Well, we'll Google that.
Okay.
So technology is a lot easier than people.
That's
what
right.
a great way of explaining the whole cultural
Yeah.
aspect of this. So, Scott, let me ask you though, how do you define success?
I think success is really viewed from the lens of getting better every day. Right, and not being content and not just stopping. You're never done. There's always something to learn. There's always some new idea to kind of experiment with. And
so, how long has this experiment been going on in Columbia?
We've been doing it for 2 years now, and we're ready to take this experiment that was largely a grassroots bootstrap effort, and now we're going to start to formalize it. Now we're going to actually bring the DevOps into our application teams, and largely what I expect to have happen is members of my team will actually parachute in and assist those application teams with getting better.
So now it's getting real.
It's getting real. The stakes are going to be increased, and we're actually going to put some money behind it. So we showed the value fundamentally with our grassroots approach, and now the rest of the IT organization is willing to invest in it because we demonstrated the value, and I think it's this perfect convergence of excitement and needing to change a little bit, and we see every day that large retailers are being disrupted quite a bit. And this is this idea that we need to be able to disrupt ourselves a little bit.
Absolutely. Sort of take the Netflix dog food there, but...
Absolutely, yes.
Fantastic. Well, Scott, that, you know, number one, congratulations on having the gumption to even do this. Number two, on the success so far. And number three, for sharing it. I mean, you know, to get up there and talk about your experiment, if you will, in front of the world is not an easy thing.
And the one thing I will tell you is, as leaders, if we want our teams to go outside their comfort zone, we have to serve as a personal role model. They need to see us going outside of our comfort zone. So me speaking today largely was me following that path and going outside of my comfort zone and being able to share their story, because it's definitely a story that needs to be heard. And you know, they've done such great work going outside their comfort zones.
You know, I have a feeling you have too, Scott.
Thank you.
Hey, man, congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for
That's
having
great.
me. Yeah.
Hey, so that was Scott Nasello of Columbia Sportswear talking about how they've kind of gone outside their comfort zone and bringing DevOps to the company. This is Alan Schimmel for DevOps TV, DevOps.com, here at DUS 17.